And in lane number 1 will be Cheshire, leading it off with Curtis Marr. Lane number 2 will be Triangle Area, leading it off with Tom Gordon. Bryce Keblish in lane number 3 for Westport Weston. He'll take it out first. Lane number 4, Carter Page from Sarasota will be your lead swimmer. First in for Rock Hill will be Nathaniel Hartley at a lane number 5. Grant House, heard about him earlier. He had a great 500. He'll be leading off for Countryside in lane number 6. Jack Frazier for Middle Tiger in lane number 7. And Oscar Ike from the Wilton Y Wahoos, he'll take it out first in lane number 8. So this field is set. Men's 800-yard freestyle relay, national record 6:37.11 set here last year. Coet, Glavich, Ellington, and Franz from Triangle Area, Raleigh, North Carolina. Up there in lane number 6, that's Grant House in that familiar yellow cap. We saw that earlier tonight in that 500. What a finish there for Grant. So Sarasota, they come in with a 6:38 seed time. Not too far off of that 6:37 for Triangle. Right now, Grant House has Countryside out to a 47-28 lead, followed by Sarasota with Carter Page, and then Bryce Keblish there in lane number 3. He was out in 48-68 for Westport Weston. Pretty big swim being put on here by Grant House at 1:11.86. And here comes House. He'll be finishing it up. He'll turn it over. A great swim right there. 1:36.52. So in the water right now, as we heard, it was Countryside, Sarasota, then Westport Weston. Swimmers in the water on the second leg. In lane number 1, Jack Doherty for Cheshire. Lane number 2 is Chris Coet from Triangle Area. Lane number 3 is North Woods for Westport Weston. Lane number 4 is Austin Katz. We'll keep our eye on Austin as he tries to chase down Countryside. Lane number 5 is Jacob Koloff from Rock Hill. Lane number 6 is Kevin George from Countryside. Lane number 7, Nathan Delahunty from Middle Tiger. And lane number 8, Hugo Sykes for the Wilton Y Wahoos. Right now it's all Countryside with Kevin George. And here comes Austin Katz. He's in second, trying to pick up the pace a bit. And down here in lane number 2, Chris Coet from Triangle moving out. Countryside at 3:16.63, 4.5 seconds under the national record pace, as is Sarasota. So the national record pace was 3:21. So 3 teams under national record pace: Countryside, Sarasota, and Triangle Area, affectionately known as Yoda around here, the Y of the Triangle Area. So in the water right now, third swimmers: Connor Robeson from Cheshire in lane number 1, Brandon Meddins from Yoda in lane number 2, Tommy Gannon for Westport Weston in lane number 3, Daniel Erlenmeyer for Sarasota in lane number 4, Rock Hill in lane number 5 is David Sweezer in the water. Countryside is Matt Slaby in the water. In lane number 7, third swimmer for Middle Tiger is Jonathan Morse. And in lane number 8, Lexo Walker for the Wilton Y Wahoos. So here comes Erlenmeyer trying to pick it up. He's almost at the feet right now of Countryside's Matt Slaby. We'll see where we are on the national record pace coming up. That national record pace will be 4:58.57. Here comes Erlenmeyer, but Slaby touches. They are still under national record pace at 4:56.67. Sarasota also under national record pace at 4:57.51. And then in third is Yoda at 5:02.50. So both of these teams are under national record pace. In the water, the anchor swimmers. Lane number 1 is Carl Bishop from Cheshire. Lane number 2 is Braden Lawfer for Triangle Area. Lane number 3 is John Whiteside for Westport Weston. Lane number 4, Drew Clark, our 1,000 champion for Sarasota. Lane number 5, Zach Pete from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Lane number 6 is Jacob Peliquin from Countryside. Lane number 7, Hayward Brown from Middle Tiger. And lane number 8, Stephen Holmquist from the Wilton Y Wahoos. So Countryside's going to try to hold off Sarasota with Drew Clark. He's at their feet right now. Countryside and Sarasota under national record pace. That record is 6:37.11. Here comes Sarasota and Drew Clark. They are now taking the lead over Countryside. 6:37 is your national record. That could be in trouble. Got to get there. And it will be a 6:37.01 new national record by 1/10 of a second. Sarasota, the team of Carter Page, Austin Katz, Daniel Erlenmeyer, and Drew Clark. And it was Countryside in second, and then Westport Weston finishing up in third. Great split there for Westport Weston's John Whiteside at 25:06 to get them back into third. They had fallen off the pace just slightly. So there you see a good shot of Drew Clark. Next to him, Zach Pete, but Drew Clark finishes off there with 1/10 to spare, 6:37.01 to 6:37.11. So Triangle Area's record goes down to Sarasota here in the .800 free relay. And tonight we've seen quite a few records. I'm going to wrap it up for you. We appreciate you watching our 2015 National YMCA Swimming Championships live from the Greensboro Aquatic Center here in Tournament Town, USA, Greensboro, North Carolina. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow at about 8:30 in the morning. Last day of competition here in Greensboro. So we thank you again for watching. I'm Bob McDowell. Have a great evening.